Thank you, sir.
Soumya, please begin.
Okay. Be happy for this moment. This moment is your life. The words of Omar Khayyam. A very warm good evening to one and all. Present here, respected Principal Dr. K.Y. Bennett, sir, distinguished guest, Dr. Vidyaa Hari Iyer, ma'am, Research Coordinator Dr. Joju, sir, teachers, research scholars, and dear participants. I, Saumya D, research scholar, on behalf of Martiophilus Training College, welcome you all for the event Insight Indepth. Today, we are proudly presenting our 28th session of Insight Indepth. For every person discussing with the Almighty, God is essential. Let's begin the program with a prayer. Now I invite Mrs. Aganksha Prajapati for the welcome address.
Thank you, Soumya. Good evening, one and all. It gives me great pleasure to extend a warm welcome to everyone who has joined today on this virtual platform for the 28th Insight In-Depth Invited Talk series, hosted by the research wing of the Matthew Phillips Training College. First of all, I welcome Dr. K.Y. Bendick, sir, Principal Martha Training College, whose efficient and dynamic leadership has helped the college to excel in all our endeavors. We welcome you, sir, to the program. Today, we have with us an extremely enchanting personality, Dr. Vidyaa Iyer, Director of Smile Dental Clinic, counselor, passionate psychotherapist, and a dental surgeon, who will be speaking on a very positive topic. Don't worry, be happy. We welcome you, ma'am, to the program. Let me also welcome Dr. Joju John, sir, Research Coordinator, Research Wing of Martha Phyllis Training College, our constant source of guidance and motivation. We welcome you, sir, to the program. Finally, let me welcome each one of you. I welcome teachers, research supervisors, research scholars, MEd and BS students from all over the country who have joined us today for yet another enriching session. I welcome you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Akanksha. Today we have an eminent personality with us to share his words of wisdom with us. I invite Janu MS to introduce the guest of honor today.
Thank you, Soumya. Respected dignitaries and dear participants, it's my tremendous pleasure to introduce our guest speaker for our 28th Insight In-Depth Invited Talks organized by MTTC Research Wing. It's a great honor to have such a versatile personality as a resource person for the program, Dr. Vidyaa Iyer, an absolute positive woman with a go-getting attitude. She is by profession a consultant dental surgeon, an implantologist, and the director of Smile Dental Clinic. Not only that, she is a passionate psychotherapist, a counselor, an entrepreneur, an artist, a half marathoner, animal lover, adventure sports, and traveling lover. This list will go on like this. And I really wonder if we could find any area that she is not interested in. She is an active social worker who focuses on the social causes like women empowerment, cancer awareness in women, community mental health for more than 12 years. She also works as a cosmetic and aesthetic consultant, biomedical or dental waste management, and medical legal, medical legal consultant, life and leadership coach, behavioral analyst, etc. She also awarded with Dr. Abdul Kalam Lifetime Achievement Award. She holds the titles Miss Beautiful Smile 2017, Miss Iriki 2019, Miss Attitude 2019, Miss Shakti 2019, and Miss Shakti 2020. With great pride, I welcome Dr. Vidyaa Iyer to the session. Welcome, ma'am.
At the onset, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, audible.
Okay.
Yes,
Uh,
audible, ma'am.
Thank you so much for all those kind words. Good evening, friends. I would like to thank Dr. K.Y. Benedict for this opportunity, Dr. Joju John, who has been coordinating with me for almost a week right now, and Nikhil D. Pillai, who has been behind the scenes and working towards so that we have an uninterrupted show today. Saumya, Akansha, and Janushri Jit ma'am for all those kind words you had to say. And welcome, dear delegates. I'm sure we're going to have an absolutely fantastic program today. The topic, obviously, being the need of the hour. The topic is Don't Worry, Be Happy. So I would just start my presentation right away. On the chat box, I understood that some of you wanted it in Hindi too. I think I would go ahead with English. I would put in some words in Hindi if it definitely is the way you want it. I will do that also. Is my presentation seen?
Yes, ma'am. It's very much visible. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much, Joju John, sir. And welcome to the 28th National Webinar on Don't Worry, Be Happy. This is absolutely a fantastic moment because, you know, all of us are today dwelling in a lot of emotions, I would say. And the well-being of all of us is very important. So let's look at what the last 14 or 15 months has done to all of us. I'm sure we had a particular kind of lifestyle, and suddenly we were actually cut off from the way of life we were all used to. And hence, there were a lot of challenges which we had to face. Not only we were socially distanced, we had to start working from home, and we had to give our intellectual display of knowledge in an arena which we were not used to before. So we had shifted from a classroom format into a kind of a Google or a Zoom meet, and all of us had to adapt. There were environmental changes too, and just being at home and sitting in front of a laptop definitely brought in a lot of physical changes to our well-being. There was a financial crunch. Many people lost jobs. Few of them started working with half the pay. And many jobs were cut, leading to a surge of work front and the economy dropping down, thereby occupational hazards becoming really high. The spiritual imbalance got in, and all of us were almost socially affected. However, there was a coping system too. So equally, as this was happening, a lot of things started, surfacing. There were a lot of relaxation exercises being taught, indoor games being played, yoga and meditation became the name of the hour, aerobic exercises all from the comfort of your house, a lot of prayers. They said if you could not go to churches and temples and mosques, each house became one because God was invited everywhere. Creative activities so that they could, a family could really engage the children who were there at home 24/7. A lot of talks on positive thinking came. Many people wanted installation of hope so that they could move forward in life. People started reading, getting back to their passion. A lot of people started experimenting in music, and a lot of online learning courses came up. Nevertheless, there was a lot of worry around. And this started getting into an anxiety, a depression, a feeling of sad. So anxiety presents itself in many different ways. Let's see some of them. The desire to control people and events became the norm. People started having insomnia, difficulty in sleeping. They were feeling agitated or angry because they could not do anything about the situation. All time locked up in house. A defiance and other challenging behaviors started erupting amongst people. Having very high expectations for self, including from school and sports. Avoiding activities or events. Pain like stomach aches or headaches, and we did not know what it was associated with. Struggling to pay attention and focus because we did not really know what to focus on. An intolerance of this uncertainty, not knowing what and how things are going to be from now onwards. Many people cried and tried to manage their emotions. Over planning of situations and events started grouping up. And overall, there was a feeling of being worried about situations or events. So let's understand worry. Rather than trying to stop or get rid of those anxious thoughts, I would really acknowledge all of you to pen down whatever is worrying you right away. Sit down, have a piece of paper and pen, and write down what is really the worry in your mind. For those people in Hindi, अभी आप बैठकर लिख लो एक कलम लेकर कि आपको क्या प्रॉब्लम है, आप क्या सोच रहे हो अभी, क्या आपको दिक्कत हो रही है. So create the worry period. Choose a set time and a place for worrying. And after you've written down those worries, keep this worry list only to read at that worry period, because the rest of the things you're going to change after this presentation. So don't worry, my dear friends, be happy. I'm going to give you many strategies to be happy amidst these challenging times. Happiness is an emotional state characterized by feelings of joy, satisfaction, contentment, and fulfillment. While happiness has many different definitions, it is often described as involving positive emotions and life satisfaction. So, happiness is basically enjoying the little things in life. So, whatever makes you happy, think about those small things on a day-to-day basis, which really makes you feel nice about yourself. Happiness is that feeling that comes over you when you know life is good and you can't help but smile. And when people are successful or safe or lucky, they feel happiness. Happiness is basically a state of mind. Just understanding the muscles of facial expression, you need so many muscles to frown. And look at the muscles you need to smile. Smile, that's what happiness is all about. So as Palmer said, it takes 65 muscles to frown and only 13 to make you smile. Then why should you work overtime? I'm sure none of us like working overtime any which way, right? So this is the best part of it. Many of us understand and have seen many Charlie Chaplin movies. His beautiful anecdotes of how to make other people laugh. But this same person said 3 heart-touching statements. His first quote was, "Nothing is permanent in this world, not even our troubles." This is so evident even today. If you think you're going through tough times, then just listen to this word. Nothing is permanent in this world, not even our troubles. Second, I like walking in the rain because nobody can see my tears. Many a times when we feel sad and we worry, we feel like crying. But many of us cry, but not in front of others. We cry because we don't want to be vulnerable in front of others. And that's exactly what Charlie Chaplin said. I like walking in the rain because nobody can see my tears. But the last he said, the third most important one, is the most wasted day in life is the day in which we have not laughed. So if you have not laughed at silly things, not smiled in your day and your life is wasted. So let's just smile today and let's laugh it out, because from today, we're going to be happy. How do you stay positive in hard times? This is a question which many people ask me. So much of sadness going all around us. Hard times hit us so badly. There is so much of despair and disappointment. There's fear about the future, especially in students. There is anxiety, anger, and depression. Many people contemplate the worst case scenario. What if? But this is the thing which you need to focus. Look into the big picture. Shift yourself. Shift your focus off the problem. It could be worse than it is right now. And there are still some good things going on. Why don't we just start counting our blessings right away? So how do you get positive? What can I learn from this? What are the hidden gifts I have and what I can hone. How can I get smarter and stronger because of this? Can I learn to smile and laugh and be positive? So this is what our entire talk is going to be on. Happiness is the new rich. Inner peace is the new success. Health is the new wealth. And kindness is the new cool, as said by Syed Balki. Happiness is a mood, and positivity is a mindset, friends. So let's just listen to a small story. There was an old woman who lost all her family members. She stayed all by herself in a house. She had everything, but no lending ear to listen to her. She used to get up every single day, do the work in her house, and then pray to God that she be bestowed with happiness. It was a rainy night, and she could hear a cat mew itself. Hearing the sound, she gently opened the door, and she saw a cat whisking itself away into the house. She dried the cat and gave it something to eat. The cat was so happy. The cat snugly licked the plate clean and purred itself and rubbed against her leg. And for the first time in many, many months, she learned to smile. Find out what is giving you happiness today. Those small things, those little things that you count to make yourself happy. Be so happy that when others look at you, they become happy too. How do we go about this? Watch this video.
Universities around the world are teaching on it. For 30 years, scientists have been studying it. Governments are appointing cabinet positions to oversee it. The United Nations named an official day after it. Google Analytics proved people are searching for it. In fact, it's one of humanity's oldest pursuits. Happiness. We are
Last 6
wealthy,
months, more than 1,000 books have been published about it.
previous generation.
Universities around the world
And
are
as a
teaching
nation,
on it.
the U.S. is one of
For
the
30
wealthiest,
years,
most powerful,
scientists have been
technologically
studying it.
advanced. And in the
Governments are appointing cabinet positions to oversee
United
it.
States
The
ranked.
United Nations named an official day after it.
And during the
Google
Great
Analytics proved people are searching for it.
We're
In fact,
actually
it's one of
8%
humanity's
less
oldest
depressed than we are
pursuits.
now. We've been taught that hard work equals
We are
success.
wealthier, more educated, and live longer than any previous generation. And as a nation, the U.S. is one of the wealthiest, most powerful, and technologically advanced. And in the most recent World Happiness Report, the United States ranked 17th.
We are happy.
And during the Great Depression, when there was little to be happy about, we were actually 18% less depressed than we are now.
Goals.
We have been taught that hard work equals success, which equals happiness. Right?
Are more energetic.
Wrong.
Recover from illness
Research
faster.
proves happiness is actually a precursor to success, not the other way around. Did you know?
Engage in positive.
Neuroscience proves that we are hardwired to perform at our best when we are happy.
Anxiety.
Studies show that happy, positive, optimistic people earn higher incomes, set and achieve more aggressive goals, experience less stress,
Focus.
remain calm in high-pressure situations,
We are
are more energetic, recover from illness faster, and live longer. Happiness is serious business.
We start by
When we engage in positive, real-life relationships, our bodies release
If there were more happy and positive people in this world,
chemicals that actually help reduce anxiety and increase concentration and focus.
like a pebble.
How you feel and your attitude toward life all stem from your thoughts, actions, and where you focus your time and energy.
Positive person can
Yet we are
spread
constantly surrounded by negativity.
That means all
If we want things to change, we have to create the change. And we start by choosing positivity and happiness. Just imagine the possibilities if there were more happy and positive people in this world. A world with more peace, optimism, and compassion is possible. Like a pebble thrown into a pond, it only takes one to create the ripple of happiness. Happiness is so contagious and infectious that one positive person can spread happiness to more than 1,000 people. That means all it takes to create change on a local, regional, state, country, global scale is one person. And research shows that just by spreading happiness, you actually become happier. You can choose happiness and choose to share it. You can be the catalyst to spread it directly and indirectly. Are you that one? It starts with you, yet it's bigger than you. Happiness is bold. It is courageous, audacious, and challenging. You have the power to choose happiness and to spread it. Join the movement. Share the movement. Be the one who makes the difference. And live happy.
So I'm sure after watching that video, you understood the happiness starts with us and it creates a ripple effect in the society. From your house, you can radiate happiness wherever you are. So as Marston said, happiness is a choice and it's not a result. Nothing will make you happy until you choose to be happy. No person will make you happy unless you decide to be happy. Your happiness will not come to you. It can only come from you. So let's look at various strategies of a happy life. Socially, you could have a rich life, no materialistic, be grateful, spend money wisely, make happy choices, stop comparing, stop overthinking, forgive, have goals and be optimistic, meditate, exercise, have more flow, be kind, use your strength, savor more, act happy, learn to cope, look forward, and no more negative news. Just try. Get a pet, read books, enjoy nature, be mindful, and have your own journal. Let's look into all these strategies and understand them a little more better. Happiness is not a single state. You have mental happiness when you have the inner peace and bliss. You have emotional happiness when you're loved and you show compassion. You have materialistic happiness when you have enough money and comfort. And you're physically happy when you have good health and fitness. So let's get into each of these happiness strategies and you could note them so that it could help you get better with life. So don't compare your life with others. There is no comparison at all. Can you compare the sun and the moon? They shine for sure, but they shine when it is their time to shine. Accept yourself as you are.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes?
Ma'am, actually the presentation is not visible, ma'am.
Oh, just give me a second.
It's
No,
visible,
no, no,
but
ma'am. It's visible, ma'am.
participants.
Dear participants, kindly pin the presentation of the resource person, Dr. Iyer, Vidyaa, Heidi Iyer. Please pin the presentation. Thank you.
Okay.
So I continue from here.
Please, ma'am, please. PPT is visible.
So accept yourself as you are. It is time to love yourself, respect yourself, admire yourself, forgive yourself, accept yourself, nurture yourself. And today is the day for all of this. Why do I say you need to love yourself? Because love starts from self-love. If you are not full with love, how can you shower love on others? If you don't respect yourself, how do you think people are going to respect you? If you don't understand your worth, how do you think people are going to understand you? Yes, in these testing times, I know many of us are away from our loved ones. Many have lost members in their families. And if it was an ordinary time, you would have all gone, visited the houses, and divided those sorrows. Unfortunately, we might have to do only Zoom calls and share our grief. But forgive yourself if you have not been next to your loved ones. And accept yourself. You are what you are. Nurture yourself so that every day you can groom yourself to be the better version of yourself. And all this starts from today. Follow your heart. Many a times when we are, in crossroads, whether we have to think, what do we follow? Our heart says something and our brain, our mind says something else. Follow your heart, my dear friends, because your heart will give you inner peace. Maybe some decisions could be wrong, but at least you will feel that you tried. So always follow your heart. Practice mindfulness. What do I mean by mindfulness? Is it mind which is full or living in the present? So here you see a person going out for a walk with his pet dog. But look at how the dog is enjoying. It's only able to see what is there in front, and it's enjoying and savoring the moment. But the person is thinking about all those things in his mind, and he's so confused. He's so preoccupied. Let us all just live for the moment. I'm sure right now, many of you who are attending the session too might be having so many thoughts bombarding in your brain. Take a deep breath. Inhale and exhale. And just be present at this moment right now. Because this time too shall pass. But what you could have enjoyed at this moment would be gone forever after a few hours. So, practice mindfulness, my dear friends, and live in the present moment. Exercise. Exercise could be of any form, and it has so many positive advantages to your body. Exercise so that you not only sweat out, but you also activate your body to give you the feel-good hormones called the endorphins. And these endorphins make you feel happy. Last year, this time, all of us had two options. We could either sit at home, crib, cry, complain, condemn the situation, or criticize people, criticize society, criticize our nation's leaders. We had all these options in hand. But how many of us took a challenge and said that we could be the change? As Gandhiji once said, be the change that you would like to see in this world. So come lockdown of March 2020, I sat with myself one evening and I thought, I'm going to be cut away from this universe, cut away from the people I love. How do I connect? So I created a WhatsApp group and I started the holistic fitness community called the Get In, Get Fit series. And not only that, I said it will be a holistic way of life, not only from fat to fit stories. It will also be stories of having a holistic approach to mind, body, heart, and soul. So along with this, I started a Zoom meeting every day, 6:20 to 7 a.m. And now I can tell you It's crossed over 400 days. And what gives me so much of happiness is we have had a mission and a vision in mind. So our vision of Get In Get Fit was to positively impact 10,000 more people who were taking their baby steps towards holistic fitness, and they must have a platform to understand the goodness of health and well-being. Because suddenly all of us started understanding that only people who were healthy and who had good immunity were able to combat what we were going through. So we thought, why not create a platform that way? Our mission was the Get In Get Fit team strived collectively to serve the common man and women towards the right to valuable information from experts in the field. So it was not that we just created a Zoom or a WhatsApp group. We had the experts in various fields, and few of them are a part of today's lecture too. We had people from nutrition and wellness, fitness experts and enthusiasts, award winners in sports at national and international levels, body transformation, real life stories, holistic way of healthy living. We wanted to give a one-stop solution to the beginners who were taking their steps into healthy life. We also taught calming of the mind and techniques, healing of the soul and the body, meditation and relaxation techniques, and fitness, not only in physical terms, but with mental toughness. And all this, friends, were at absolutely free of cost. And anybody who is in this session can just ping me and you could get these links at free of cost. So 6:20 to 7, from Monday to Sunday, we have our routine fixed. We meet, we greet, we have our camaraderie and front times, but with a purpose to build up our immunity to have better health. And we have our expert speaker series too. And all these series are available to you all at these social platforms. If you want to WhatsApp me, my number is 98401 76088. I repeat, 98401 76088. We had our place in Instagram and Facebook. My Instagram handle is called Dr. Vidyaa Hari, and my Facebook handle is called Dr. Vidyaa Hari Iyer. And you can see all the series from the first series onwards. We had a galaxy of expert speakers, and this is our celebration till the 25th Silver Jubilee celebration, which we had in January. Because I never thought this is going to be a one-year episode. I just thought it will be a 3 months program. And then I started having a lot of people who wanted to be a part of this Get In Get Fit series. And many speakers wanted to be a part of it. And today I can proudly tell you, we have completed 44 episodes where I am the anchor and I have my own, kind of support system team. And all of us together provide this free of cost to all those people who really want to take a step towards good health. So why did I do this? It's because the chemicals that make us happy is called DOSE, D-O-S-E. D is the dopamine. It's the reward chemical. It is released during pleasurable situations. So we started applauding people and started pressing this dopamine. Next is oxytocin, O, the love hormone, which is released during sex, childbirth, and lactation. We started showering love, not only to people at our houses, but to all our friends across the globe, because Get In Get Fit was not restricted only to India. S is serotonin, the mood stabilizer. We became more sensitive to diet than any other neurotransmitters. So we wanted to give the best to our brain. And in return, the brain gave us the best neurotransmitters so that we could function better. And the last, E, the endorphins. It works as a painkiller without really popping in a pill, and it's released after exercise. So we gave this happy dose of dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphin to all those who were part of our Get In, Get Fit series. This is one of my articles which came up on my Instagram and Facebook, which I post, and I spoke about the dose. And do you need this dose on a daily basis, and what it could do for you, and what it could really help you in being a better version of yourself. And for those people who wanted to eat well, we also gave them a dosage of happy hormones daily by following a very simple diet, which I had mentioned here. Consume a protein-rich diet, engage in regular exercise, avoid sugar and refined carbohydrates, follow stress-neutralizing meditation, consume nuts and healthy fats, eat mindfully, consume green tea, which has catechins, which acts as an antidote to the free radicals getting secreted from your body. Have asparagus, which is actively boosts your serotonin levels. Also have cherry tomatoes, dark chocolates, nuts and seeds, fruits, salmon fish, spinach, which keeps increasing your happy hormones. And have foods rich in vitamin B12 and folic acid, selenium-rich diet, and a dose of vitamin D every single day, which elevates your happy hormones too. So I started putting all the positive posts on social media just to engage my friends and spreading positivity. Next is sleep. Sleep is like the golden chain that binds our health and the body together, as said by Thomas Dekker. I'm sure all of us feel very happy when we get up after a good night's sleep. Surround yourself with positive people. There are already many naysayers outside. They say you can't do it, you're not worth it. How do you think you can even make it happen? Don't listen to them, my dear friends. Surround yourself with people who make you happy, people who make you laugh, who help you when you are in need, people who genuinely care. They are the ones worth keeping in your life. Everyone else is just passing through, as said by Karl Marx. So only have those people in your life who are those positive boosters or positive influencers in your life. When you look at them, you feel you've been injected with positivity and live that life. Vitamin F is, I'm sure, missing from your vitamins, right? You have A, D, E, K, which are fat solubles, and then you have vitamin B and C, which are water solubles. Then what is vitamin F? Vitamin F is family and friends. Spend time with your family and friends and make magical memories with them. Click pictures and spread happiness. If they see you are happy, you can really make the triple effect inside the entire household. Connect with friends, chat with them, relive your childhood memories. Those days will never come again, and you could only relive them with your loved ones. Get outdoors if it is safe in your area and enjoy the good weather. Fresh air and muddy boots make everything better. Many a times I always used to wonder, after a heavy rain when there used to be puddles of water, I used to have so much of fun just jumping and plunging into that small little pool of water. And I used to have so much of happiness. Getting wet in the rain, playing with water with friends, all that brings in so many good memories. So if you can really get a breath of fresh air, and if you can go out, run, walk, or do anything some physical activity. It would really make you feel better. Find time for yourselves. There is nothing wrong with self-care. And self-care could be physical, emotional, social, spiritual, personal, space, financial, or work. Through our Get In, Get Fit, we took care of physical, emotional, social, spiritual, and also space. But I was looking out for something more. I wanted my friends to really be happy. So again, as I thought what next best I could do for my friends, I started this Pamper Yourself series. And in this Pamper Yourself series, I started talking about self-love. And I found like-minded friends who came in and devoted that time towards this episodes. We have finished quite a few of Pamper Yourself series too. And all these series work every Saturday, 10 to 11 a.m. I started the series on 13th Feb 2021. I'm sure you can understand why it was 13th Feb, because 14th Feb, we all celebrate Valentine's Day. And how about being your own Valentine and sharing love with yourself? So that's how we started the Pamper Yourself series, and now the series is catching up. Shower compliments. Compliments are free, my dear friends. Pick up any one of these and start talking or telling it to your loved ones. Imagine you have somebody to say, "You are beautiful. You're doing a great job. You inspire me. Way to be. You have the nicest smile. I appreciate whatever you do. You have a kind soul. Your baby is so adorable. You are awesome. You are lovely." Just by hearing these compliments, I'm sure most of you were feeling very nice. Imagine receiving them every day, or you being the giver. Because I've always understood the joy of giving is much more than the joy of receiving. A date with the person you love. I'm sure most of us might have not found time with our loved ones, our spouses, whom we took it for granted. We did not spend time with them. We had our daily mundane life and we just had to catch up one day after the other. How about sitting time, spending time with the loved one? A date does not really mean going out to a restaurant or, eating some of those dishes outside. It could mean just lending a hand in the kitchen, washing dishes along, cutting vegetables and cooking food along, laying the table together, saying a prayer together. All this is a date with the person you love. Cooking for your loved ones. And I'm sure on social media, you had a bombardment of people cooking their favorite dishes for their loved ones. People started making goodies, started baking cakes and whatnot. Ask a woman, ask a mother, what would make her happy? She would always say, cooking for my loved ones. Because she adds a pinch of patience, a spoonful of laughter, a dash of kindness, and a heap of love to the dishes she makes, just to bring happiness on whomever she loves. Appreciate the efforts she takes to make those food for you every single meal of the day, 3 times a day, 365 days. She's never had a holiday. How about cooking for her one day? Another way of coping and becoming happy is to listen to music. I'm sure all of us have our own frequencies to which we would want to tune into. Some like devotional music, some like peppy numbers to dance for, and some like old romantic numbers to listen to. Science has proven beyond research that every time you listen to a music for more than 30 minutes a day, the music you love actually brings out feel-good hormones and you sleep better. Help and volunteer. Help people even when you know that they cannot pay you back. And that's the greatest form of help, my dear friends. Do so much good to people who cannot repay you back, because God is counting your blessings and He's going to shower you with so much more. And do it not just to be acknowledged, because many a times we feel that people click pictures of helpless people and providing them. God never asked for validations. Do it. And there's a famous saying which says, when you do good things with your right hand, see that even your left hand does not know that. That's how God or any spiritual books explain the art of volunteering or helping others. Do what makes you happy. And I personally do a lot of meditation and yoga. I love reading books. I love painting. If you come home, you would see all my walls with beautiful paintings of mine. I have my pets with whom I play. They shower unconditional love. And you really want to spend much more time with them. A lick by them on your leg, a soothing hug, that happiness you get is absolutely intangible. And personally, I love playing adventurous sports. So any holidays I go on, I love traveling also. So whenever I travel, any holidays I go, I always pick up a sport which I've never done before. That gives me a great high. And I always try to learn something new every new year, because a new year comes with a lot of opportunities to reinvent ourselves and make resolutions not to be broken. Gratitude. A grateful heart is a magnet for miracles. As much as you can be grateful, I'm sure God is going to bless you with a lot more things to be grateful for. Let's all just relax for a few minutes, because I'm going to do a gratitude time right now. And let's all enjoy this gratitude time. So sit back, relax in a very comfortable position. If you have anything on your hand, drop them off. Keep your spine erect. Take a deep breath in and leave your breath out. Take another deep breath in and leave your breath out. Let's start with showing gratitude to God for the wonderful creation He has created. And that's each one of us. Let's be thankful for the different parts of our body today, which has stood by us in these testing times. Let's be grateful for our feet, which has carried our load all these years. Let's be grateful for our feet and our legs, which carries us from one place to another without complaining. Let's thank God for all our internal organs, which are functioning at their maximum potential so that we enjoy our lives. Thank you, God, for taking care of our lungs, our heart, our pancreas, our gallbladder, our stomach, our intestines, our liver, our kidneys, and all the organs within. Thank you for seeing that each of them are functioning very well. Let's thank our hands, Our hands have been working all throughout with us. Let's just show thanks to our arms, our shoulders. Let's thank our neck, without which our head would not be able to hold itself. Let's thank our head, the brain within, which is able to listen, contemplate, and work accordingly. Let's thank our eyes, that we are able to see the beauty in ourselves, beauty in nature, beauty in our loved ones, and beauty in everything around us. Thank you, God, for the senses we have, the sense of touch, the sense of smell, the sense of eyes, the sense of hearing, the sense of taste, which we took it for granted all these days. But today we realize that without you, none of this would have been a blessing for all of us. Thank you, God, for making us the way we are. And thank you so much to all our parts of the body who are working in unison so that we have a great life. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Another deep breath in. Exhale. Another deep breath in. Exhale. Rub your hands so that there is a friction and your palms get heated up. Cup your eyes and when you're ready, gently open your eyes. I have a blessing jar, a blessing gratitude jar on my dining table, and every day I keep thanking God. I thank God that He has given me another day to live, that I'm alive today. I have food to eat. I have shelter to stay. I have my family to support me. I have good health. You can write your gratitude jar. Take a jar today and start filling that blessing jar with the blessings you have in your life. And you would realize how many things you'll have to be grateful for. And this would bring you immense inner happiness. You can say, I am happy, I am healthy, I am prosperous, I am blessed, I am highly favored by the universe, I am a diamond, I am in control of my thoughts, my feelings, my actions, I am living my dream life, I am the provider for my family, I am surrounded by loving family and friends. Start every single statement with I am. That's the most powerful 2 words you have learned today. Step back from social media. All of us need to detox, and the more you detox, the more regenerated you would feel. Do random acts of kindness, my dear friends. If you are having a sibling with you, and there is always a rush who gets into the restroom first, tell your sibling, you can have the restroom for yourself today. I'll take time. Say something nice to someone you love. Decorate kindness, and kindness rocks. Share. There is a famous statement called die empty. So when you die, what are you going to give? Is it going to be wealth? Is it going to be assets? Is it going to be jewelry? Die empty, my dear friends. Share as much as knowledge as you have to everyone around you, because that's the only way you can leave a legacy. Play with someone new. Spend time with a small child. They say when you spend time with people less than 6 years or more than 60 years, you feel grounded in life. Pick up the trash without being asked by your spouse and do this act of kindness. You will not understand the happiness she would have in her smile. Say sorry if you do something wrong. Smile at someone randomly. Put $1 on a vending machine and just walk away. Here you can put a rupee there. Hold the door for someone whenever you open the door. Make a care package. Say good job to anybody who has done work for you. Give someone a flower. Say hi to someone. Volunteer, as I said before. Write a nice letter, maybe an email, maybe a WhatsApp message, thanking them for what they have been to you today. Give a hug, virtual right now, but nevertheless, it sends a lot of good feelings to the other person. Color a picture for someone. Say thank you. Make a handmade gift. I'm not sure how many of you realize those were the days when we used to make greeting cards and, give it to people whom we loved. Birthday wishes, anniversary wishes were all with handmade gifts. Women, men, everybody used to do some things which were special or which they could do for their loved ones. I remember people making sweaters, knitting, shawls and giving it to their loved ones. And that is so special because you made it. You spend hours of yours weaving it with love. Leave a thank you note. Clean up without being asked to do so. Give a compliment. And let someone always go first. Whenever you play with your children, act childish and, just make your child win a game. It could be a game of cards, game of Ludo, game of snake and ladders. Fail once in a time with your loved ones and see how much of happiness you can bring to your children. And say, I love you. And mean it as you say it. Because kindness works in ripple effect. When you share, you inspire, you empower, you act, you reflect. And this keeps going on. Let's look at this equation. Are you happy? If you're answering yes, keep doing whatever you are doing. You're fine. But if your answer is a no, do you want to be happy? If your answer is no again, keep doing whatever you're doing. But if your answer is a yes, that you want to be happy, change something in yourself or with yourself to go towards happiness. There was a consensus done, and this statistics showed the happiest countries in the world. And Finland, for the 4th consecutive year, has won the most happiest country in the world. You must be wondering, where is India here, right? So you can imagine how much more work we need to do, right? So this is Finland. And guess why you are seeing them as the most happiest? Because they follow these 7 steps to happiness. They think less, they feel more. They frown less, they smile more. They talk less, they listen more. They judge less, they accept more. They watch less and they do more. They complain less and appreciate more. And they fear less and they love more. Just bring this rainbow of happiness into your lives, my dear friends, and we would be the change and bring India on that map of being the happiest countries in the world. Let's look at some 8 factors of happiness. 1, lack of suspicion and resentment. Don't hold on a grudge for a longer period of time. They say, as an experiment, Hold a cup filled with water at 90 degrees to the floor and hold it as much as you can. And after some time, you will see and feel that your hand is hurting you. Have you ever wondered why is that so? Imagine you're holding a grudge on you for so long. Just put that glass down. Stop nursing your grudge. You will understand how you can lead yourself to happiness. Don't live in the past. Be mindful. Think about today. Accept the failures which you had previously, but don't dwell on them too much. Do not waste time and energy fighting things you cannot change. You need to cooperate with life. Only then you can really move out of the circle of worry into the world of happiness. Stay involved with the living world. Change is the only constant thing that is present in today's world. So resist being withdrawal and become reclusive during stress. Spread out, move out of your comfort zone and stay involved. Refuse to indulge in self-pity when life hands you a raw deal. Say, I love myself, and no one gets through life without some sorrow or misfortune. All of us have a story to share, but nevertheless, we will overcome our challenges. Cultivate good-fashioned virtues, love, compassion, humor, and loyalty. There was once a small child who asked an elderly man, "Father, where do you think I have scope to grow?" The elderly man answered, "My dear child, there are very little good human beings in this world. So cultivate the good virtues of life. Be compassionate, love all, and be loyal. You can really have a good scope there." 7. Don't expect too much from yourself, because when you expect too much, the gap between your ability and your feeling of inadequacy can be really too large that you wouldn't enjoy the small things of life. And 8, find something bigger than yourself to believe in. Don't be always thinking about yourself. Think about something much more than yourself, because that is what is going to give you 360 degrees to find yourself or discover yourself. There is a day put forth by the United Nations for the International Day of Happiness. And I'm sure most of you got it right. It is the 20th of March. So International Day of Happiness aims to celebrate happiness all over the world, inspiring people to spread positivity, whether big or small, with others, and encouraging each nation to prioritize the happiness of its citizens. So look at the themes of these various years. In 2017, the theme was 10 Steps to Happiness. 2018, it was Sharing Happiness. 2019, it was Happier Together. 2020 was Happiness for All Together. But 2021 says Happiness for All and Forever. So imagine, don't worry, be happy, because happiness is forever. Let's listen to this amazing second video.
Hello, Nikhil. Present the second video, please.
A crow lived in the forest and was absolutely satisfied in life. But one day he saw a swan. "This swan is so white," he thought, "and I'm so black. This swan must be the happiest bird in the world." He expressed his thoughts to the swan. The swan said, "Actually, I was feeling that I was the happiest bird around until I saw a parrot which has 2 colors. I now think that the parrot is the happiest bird in the world. The crow then approached the parrot. The parrot said, I lived a very happy life until I saw a peacock. I have only 2 colors, but the peacock has so many colors. The crow then visited a peacock in the zoo and saw that hundreds of people had gathered to see him. After the people had left, the crow went to the peacock. He said, Dear peacock, you are so beautiful. Every day, thousands of people come to see you. When people see me, they immediately shoo me away. I think you are the happiest bird in the world. The peacock replied, I always thought that I was the most beautiful and happy bird. But because of my beauty, I am in this zoo. I have noticed that the crow is the only bird that is not kept in a cage. So I have been thinking that if I were a crow, I could happily roam everywhere. The crow realized that he was feeling unhappy for no reason. The moral of the story is, learn to be happy with what you have instead of looking at what you don't have.
I'm sure all of you went through that beautiful understanding story. I'm sure most of us are thinking that we don't have this and somebody else has something better than us, right? But just imagine if you're just happy with what we are, because somebody else is thinking that we are happy and they want where we are today. So this is what Valerie said. She said, happiness is a choice. You can choose to be happy. There is going to be stress in life, but it's your choice whether you let it affect you or not. And this is what René Girard said in Mimetic Desire. Have you ever wondered in a running race, why is the third person or the person who has got the third place more happy than the person who got the second place? That's because the second place person is thinking he didn't get the first place. And the third place person is thinking, at least I made it to the victory stand. And this is a beautiful experiment done by René Girard, who talks about mimetic desire to a very large way. So he says, happiness is a choice. Smiling is a choice. Being joyful is a choice. Being appreciative is a choice. Being grateful is a choice. Being positive is a choice. And choose yours wisely. I'm almost at the end of my presentation. I just want to share a few milestones which would help you understand that each of us have a story to tell. So I have been a dentist for 26 plus years, a clinician for 21 plus years, a psychotherapist and a counselor for 13 plus years, a holistic healer for 13 plus years, a nutrition and wellness advisor for 12 plus years, and I've given more than 250 guest lectures. And what I do for a living, I bring happiness in people's life. I design their smiles. I'm a dentist by qualification. I also won the Outstanding Academic Excellence Award in lasers for doing painless, bloodless procedures from the Dental Council of India President, Dr. Majumdar, and Health Minister Goa in September 2011. So I chose happiness not only for myself, to my patients too, because I did not want the dental procedures to be painful. So when I took up laser dentistry, which was very new, I can proudly say I'm one among the first in South India to bring about this lasers into my dental clinic. And not only that, I understood that I wanted to move out of my comfort zone and do something what others in my locality never did that. I became the youngest women president of the Indian Dental Association Madras branch in 2015, an honor which I regard in very high respect, because serving my own fraternity is truly a sense of pride for me. This is a dream come true for many of us. I just got up a day and saw posters of me everywhere in the city. I didn't even know I was being clicked or interviewed. And this came in a magazine called Lady Special when I was the president of the Tamil Nadu, of the Indian Dental Association Madras branch. And in Tamil it is said, Bale Pal Marutwa Sangat Talaivar, which means kudos to the president of the Indian Dental Association. And my life story was covered in that book, right from where I was born to where I studied, the schools I studied, the colleges I went to, and what all I had done in my life. I'm sure many of you must be thinking it's a dream come true, right? And it was, because I truly did not know I was interviewed. However, in 2015, a lot of things happened in my life. So I leave you with this thought. What is in your control? Do it now. And what is not in your control, leave it to God. Because the same year where I touched pinnacles of success in my professional field, I lost my husband. And my world came crumbling down. I had a lot of grief, a lot of sorrow in my heart. But then, the same year, I'm sure all of you know that Chennai went into floods. And I felt proud of myself because I did not want to bask in my sorrow. I rose up and I wanted to serve not only people whom I knew, but all those people who were in need of my help. I reached out to people and I was one among the 28 doctors on call during the Chennai floods. And you can see my name there on the call. I served as a psychotherapist and a counselor. I went from relief camps to relief camps, serving as a person, giving hopes, spreading smiles. I understood that all of us have 3 lives. We can choose which life we want to dwell on. All of us begin our lives, maybe in our 20s, having a life of survival. We are trying to earn money so that we can barely live our life. But at least around 15 to 20 years in whatever we are doing, if we have spent enough number of hours with passion, I am sure all of us must have touched this, living a life of success. And I'm sure all of us who are above 40 are living a life of success. But I choose another life, a life of significance. What could I do in my life to leave my footprints in people's hearts so that I contribute towards their happiness? And every single time I faced adversity, I chose that as a stepping stone so that I could provide, reach out, so that I could have some meaning, some purpose to my life and live a life of significance. So I dusted myself and then went on to be honored as the best dental clinic in South India by India Lifestyle Awards in 2016. I was honored by the Honorary Health Secretary of Tamil Nadu, Dr. J. Radhakrishnan. I walked the ramp and won the Miss Beautiful Smile Award. And I say, I love my scars. It makes me more beautiful. It has personally helped me appreciate and live a positively productive life. I smile, not because I'm always happy, but because I'm strong. This is Dr. Reena Rachel John, who awarded me with Miss Shakti 2019 in the first Tamil Nadu Indian Dental Association Women's State Meet at Salem. I also won the Miss Aragi 2019 and the Dental Icon of 2019 award. Went on to win the Abdul Kalam Lifetime Achievement Award in 2019 and the Shakti Award in 2020, just before the lockdown on March 8th on International Women's Day. So I leave you with this quote, my dear friends. The most important person in your life is you. Be happy, stay optimist, bounce back on life, be courageous and resilient, be committed to self-care, and love yourself immensely because you are unique. 5 simple rules for a happy life. Don't be overly emotional. Have faith. Don't ever give up. Keep trying. Don't make things complicated. Keep it simple. Don't take things too seriously. Laugh at your problems. And don't be a grown-up. Stay as youthful and as young as a kid. Few homeworks and pointers for people who want to take this webinar really seriously and stop worrying and be happy. These are the 3 steps which will help you towards your happiness. Write down what makes you happy. What are the activities that you would do to make yourself happy on a daily basis? And what are the acts of kindness you wish to do for your loved ones to make them happy? I would like to thank all those frontline warriors who are fighting this pandemic and seeing that all of us can have a happy, healthy future. This lecture is dedicated to all those great souls who are working tirelessly so that all of us can be free from this pandemic. Hold on and stay strong. Better things are coming, my dear friends. Have hope, have faith, have belief, have trust in God. This too shall pass. Thank you, Jojo John Sir, for this wonderful opportunity. And thank you, my dear friends, for your patient listening. This is my number, 98401 76088, in case you want to keep in touch. And any questions, I would be very happy to take for.
Thank you, ma'am. I thank and appreciate Dr. Vidyaa, ma'am. Such a mind-blowing and thought-provoking presentation. Once again, thank you, ma'am, for accepting our invitation. We have learned a lot from your personal experience. Thank you, ma'am, for sharing your personal experience with us. And with that, the floor is open for discussion. Participants are requested to arise their stories.
Thank you, ma'am. It is a wonderful.
Congratulations, Dr. Vidyaa, for your mind-blowing presentation. It was a great gift for the audience of Martha Training College Insight in the program. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Benedict, sir. It's indeed an honor for me to hear those kind of words from you. Thank you. It's a proud privilege. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Benedict sir, Jojo sir, for arranging this wonderful session. And your presentation was so wonderful, so attractive, and it's wonderful. So I was feeling like reading the book Ikigai, something like that. Your flow was like that. So keep it like this. Best wishes.
Thank you, Johnson, sir. Thank you for those kind words. Thank you so much.
Dear ma'am, it was a mind-blowing session. Thank you very much for adorning this platform, and everyone can start the academic year on a positive note. We, Martha Flights, Benedict sir, the management, the research wing, all the faculty, we are really indebted to you, ma'am, for your time, for the wonderful presentation, and for the brilliant thoughts of yourself you gave at the end. Everything was thrilling. Love you, ma'am. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, Jojo John, sir, for this kind invitation. I have had a great interaction with you for the last 1 week, and I should thank Nikhil at this point of time for making the presentation go so seamlessly, and all the organizing team for giving me this wonderful opportunity. Anybody who has any questions, I'm free to answer. Jojo John, sir, if you would want to really ask them, or
Vidya ma'am, I'm Dr. Asha Eke. This is one of the most wonderful sessions I have recently attended. Really, I'm so excited. I would have missed a lot if I hadn't attended this session, ma'am. And your life story is something which is truly inspirational for every student, and especially in this pandemic period, to start to rise up from the gutters, to rise up from all the problems that we face. Your story is such an inspiration, and you are an amazing personality, ma'am. So I'm so lucky that I could hear you. Thank you so much, ma'am.
thank you so much, Dr. Asha. I mean, your words have made my day super special. I definitely would like to tell my friends who are a part of this session, who are also watching on YouTube and attending this on this virtual platform, that don't limit yourself, my dear friends, because sometimes better days are waiting for you at the end of the tunnel. And every time you actually feel that, you know, God has given you a raw deal, just think again, rise up. God is preparing you for something better, something which, you know, you don't know your inner strength. I would just like to tell a short story here for those people who love listening to stories. I'm a person who loves to tell stories. So there was a time when Hanuman and Rama, the Lord Rama, they had a T2T, a rendezvous, and Rama was thinking how to, you know, inspire Hanuman. And Hanuman had to go across the river and the ocean to, you know, meet Sita. And at that time, Hanuman said, I'm just a monkey. How do you expect me to cross this ocean? And Lord Rama tells Hanuman, you don't know what's there in you. You know, you're the son of the god of Vayu, and you have the power within you to become that big a person that you cannot envision yourself to be. So I always think of all of us like Hanuman. We need sometime a mentor who can look beyond us, because we can see only 180 degrees. And there is another 180 degrees behind us, which only a mentor or a well-wisher can actually see and guide us. So hope all of us find our mentors in life, like I found mine. And, you know, when you can understand the inner potential which is within you. And I would leave you with this book, which you can all read. Discover the Diamond in You by Arindam Chowdhury. You can read that book. And each of us are a diamond. Each of us have that potential within us. I am waiting to hear each of your stories. I can see there are more than 100 plus, 167 plus people in this meeting. And I'm waiting to hear all your stories, because that is going to be the essence of what we have gone through today. Thank you so much.
One interesting participant titled Backbenchers I have seen in among the participants. If the backbenchers are there, it is your precious chance to raise some comments or share something. Backbencher.
Ma'am, good evening, ma'am. I'm Nagesh.
Hello, Nagesh.
Really, it was wonderful session. And the way that, especially just I like that 7 steps of happiness, and that 5 simple rules of happy life, and the way that the video which you showed, dur ke dole suhavne lagte hain. We always see others. We are not looking ourselves. Everything is within. Really, it was a wonderful insight method what you have given, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nagesh, for coming, attending, and definitely your wonderful feedback. I am just so fortunate that, you know, I got this opportunity, and I would like to again thank Dr. Jojo John who for being that person, that bridge between me and all of you, and I don't take this lightly. Thank you, sir, for this opportunity, and thank you, Nagesh, for all those kind words. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am, for your wonderful session. We are speechless after hearing you. Simply, really, we are speechless. Could you please say once again the book Diamond, Discover Diamond?
Discover the Diamond in You by Arindam Chaudhary. Thank you, Rita ma'am. I hope for people who were wanting, to understand in Hindi, you were able to understand for a long period of time. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. We are too fortunate today to hear a powerful speech from you, ma'am. Excellent.
Thank you, Rita ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Ma'am, I want to say something.
Yes,
I know Vidya ma'am for past 5 years plus, and she actually leads by her word. Whatever she says, she follows. And it was a very excellent presentation again, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Chandni. Each of you have been my strength, and I would like to acknowledge all those people who have been there. I have a lot of my friends here. I might not be able to tell you by your name right now because I'm seeing so many names. I'm not able to figure out who all are there. But I'm sure all of you are here for me, and thank you so much. And it's indeed made my day super special. Thank you.
Thank you, all participants. We are moving to our next segment, Art of Thanks. Now I invite Mrs. Nitya Yesas to deliver Art of Thanks.
Is it audible?
Yes, audible.
Yes, ma'am. Respected Principal Dr. K.Y. Benedict, Research Coordinator Dr. Joju John, our esteemed guest Dr. Vidyaa Hari Iyer, Research Supervisors, Academicians, Teachers, and dear participants. It is my great privilege to propose a vote of thanks on this occasion. I take this opportunity to thank all those who have directly and indirectly contributed to this invited talk on Don't Worry, Be Happy, organized by Martiophilus Training College, Thiruvananthapuram. I take this golden opportunity to thank the respected chief speaker of today's 28th National Webinar Insight Indepth session, Dr. Vidyaa Hari Iyer, Director Smile Dental Clinic, psychotherapist, counselor, and also a dental surgeon. Ma'am, really, it's a wonderful and inspiring session. Actually, your life is very inspiring for all of us, and we learn so many things from your life. In Happiness Index 2021, India ranked 139 out of 149 countries. From the UN's happiness report, we move a far way to go ahead. It was a very needy section, and Vidya ma'am makes this need for into a very fruitful manner. She gives us a lot of strategies and stories how to make us always happy and positive, always follow our heart for our inner peace rather than brain. We, the teacher community, surely cultivate the inner happiness and sow the seed of happiness to our children and society. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Nitya, for those kind words. Thank you so much. And once again, thank you, Dr. Joju John and your entire team, Dr. K.Y. Benedict sir, for this opportunity. Without you all, as I told, you were the bridge and I respect you for this opportunity. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. I extend my gratitude to our respected principal, Dr. K.Y. Benedict. Thank you, sir, for setting high expectations for our research wing and educators. As principal, you have shaped the conditions for our teachers and students to learn and succeed. We are forever grateful for your impact on this webinar. We feel very fortunate to have you as our principal during these challenging times. Thank you very much, sir. It's my immense pleasure to thankful our research coordinator of Martiophilus Training College, Dr. Joju John. I really appreciate your enthusiasm about this weekly national webinar and your constant dedication to keep us updated and informed, especially during these rapid changing times. Thank you very much, sir. Our heartfelt thanks to all research supervisors, academicians, teachers, B.Ed, M.Ed students, and research scholars for your active participation throughout the session. Thank you very much. As no program can become successful with a single person, so I extend my big thanks to the research wing Ignatia for all the support. Thank you, my dear buddies, for making this event a wonderful success. Once again, thank you all and have a nice day. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Nidya. Thank you, everyone. We appreciate your presence and participation for making this session a wonderful. Google Form link for e-certificate is posted in the chat box. Kindly fill the form so that we can provide you e-certificate. The program will be ended after the national anthem being played. Kindly stay with us. Thanks again for joining us today, and we will see you next Monday. Thank you.
मंगलमंगलदायक जय हो भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हो जय हो जय हो जय 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 जय